lunch all the time, but her presence is always felt, and she definitely makes sure of that. I believe I can speak on behalf of all the grandkids that we are very so honored and blessed to have a grandma like you. And celebrate your 90th birthday. Happy birthday, Grandma.
Okay, who do we have next here? Lucy. Lucy Bolden.
Alrighty. I decided I was going to do a little roast of my mother, so let me take you back, way back to the beginning of time, a most divine era, a time when God, in all his splendor and glory, called the earth into existence, resplendent of all its creations. In 5 days, God created the heavens and the earth, all living creatures, and all manner of vegetation. And God saw that it was good. However, on the 6th day, he created the KJG, otherwise known as Clara James Guyton, a more challenging piece of work. But God knew this creation would be like no other, endowed with all manner of divine gifts and unique idiosyncrasies. After God had finished the KJG, he decided to test out this fascinating yet challenging masterpiece to make sure it was completely functional and able to assume the task of living peaceably on this magnificent earth he had already created. After observing the KJG for a span of 90 years, just a blink of an eye in his time, he decided to sit down with the KJG and issue some very important commandments for her to live by in order to enjoy her freedoms, but not to be a disturbance to her earthly neighbors. And God said,
Clara, thou shalt not speak Spanish.
That 4 weeks or so in Guadalajara, Mexico was not enough.
Clara, thou shalt not run away from dogs.
You'll scare them.
Clara, thou shalt not take children to happy hour.
Shirley Temple was not approved.
Clara, thou shalt not speak in tongues.
Especially if you keep forgetting to whom you are speaking.
Clara, thou shalt not run for political office.
Diplomacy is not always your strong suit.
Clara, thou shalt remember the names of thy children.
Even if there's no good reason to, except to keep you mentally agile.
Clara, thou shalt not jump out of cars.
There are better ways to get your point across.
Clara, thou shalt not bake only for men.
Unless they make it worth your while. Money, money, money.
Clara, thou shalt not use public transportation as your tour guide.
Lest the city levy an extended user fee.
Clara, thou shalt not broaden thy horizons by the Food Network and HGTV channels.
You're not duty-bound to cook or clean anymore.
Clara, thou shalt not use alternative finance measures.
Tip-tapping could land you on Desperate Housewives.
Clara, thou shalt not abuse thy children by cordoning off your living room with a velvet rope.
But they come in off the street sometimes. Even with all that, God said,
It is good.